Good evening. I'm Manny Flores, Alderman of the First Ward in the City of Chicago, and I want to welcome you to another segment of the First Ward Chronicles. On this evening's program, we're going to be talking about the green economy, one project in particular that we're very proud of in the First Ward in the City of Chicago, the Green Exchange, where we'll also be joined with by some friends from the Leeds Council, a non-for-profit organization that's been a very active task force member in helping us in the First Ward expand green economy opportunities. But before we get to that part of the program, I want to go back to a practice that we had started some time ago where we honor and feature some of our best and most talented students here in CPS. In particular, we have April Bell with us this evening, an 8th grade student from De Diego Academy, along with her dad, Anthony Bell, proud father. And I might add that this is the first time on our program where we have both the parent and the student. So I want to welcome the both of you to the program. Thank you so much for agreeing to being on.
Thank you.
And thank you. It's a pleasure being here.
So my understanding, Dad, we're going to start with you.
Yes.
I understand that you just recently were nominated to become the Vice President of the United States by our President-elect here, April Bell.
Yes, yes. Yeah, I was proud to take that that opportunity from the president.
Very good. April, the viewers are probably watching and shaking their heads and saying, what in the heck are they talking about? April, you're an 8th grade student at Diego Academy. My understanding is that you were recently involved in part of an assignment to follow the presidential election.
Yes.
Right? And tell us a little bit about the project and tell us, how is it that Dad is the vice president? What's that all about?
Well, my teacher, he had us following the election, and at that time, Obama hadn't announced his vice president. So my teacher came up with the idea for us to pick our vice president, and I chose my dad.
Very good. Now, I know that part of the assignment you actually had to prepare something, and you had to write a composition. But before you read your composition, just share with us, you know, what were some of the, first of all, what did you think about the election and following it? How did you feel about that, and what were some of the things that inspired you?
I really thought that it was amazing that we would be having a African American as a president. Like, it was like really historical for me, and that it was great that I was a part of this time period and I could share it with my kids.
And also pretty neat that Senator, now President-elect Barack Obama is from our home state, right? The state of Illinois, the land of Lincoln, and just a remarkable history here. In your assignment, April, what were, so you were asked if you were running for president, my vice president would be, and obviously it's your pops, but what were some of the things, like what were some of the characteristics or qualities that you were looking for in the vice president? Because the vice president is a very important position, right? Mm-hmm. So what were you looking for?
Well, I was just looking for, like, he's like great at just like everything to me. Like, I just look up to him for everything, and like he just has every quality that a vice president would need. And he doesn't crack under pressure. He's intelligent in so many ways, and he's just amazing. Pops,
you've done a great job. Done a great job.
Thank you. I think so, and she's evident of it. That's for sure.
Very good. Well, listen, I'm excited about you being able to read for us your statement. Would you be kind enough to read it for us?
Yes.
Very good.
Vice President. Sweat dripped off my head as I nervously looked at the crowd chanting, "April, April." The monitor is speaking and then says, "April Bell, running for president, the change we need, an African American and a woman in the White House." One thing April has not informed us about is who she's going to pick for her vice president. Here she is now. I walk confidently to the stand. Hello, my fellow Americans. I have decided on my vice president, my dad, Anthony Clifford Bell. I am selecting Mr. Bell as my Vice Presidential Co-Commander-in-Chief of the United States. He doesn't crack under pressure. He's intelligent in so many ways, and he is willing to negotiate. Mr. Bell knows how to keep his composure so he does not crack under pressure. For example, if you tell him bad news in front of a lot of people, he'll keep his cool and understand. He will hide the bad and embrace the good in any situation. He always knows how to keep your problem disappear, to make your problem disappear and won't come again. And that he never lets the small stuff faze him. Anthony is intelligent in many ways. He can figure out a solution to anything in a minute. For example, if you give him any problem from any subject, he has the right answer, or he will get it no matter what it takes. Bell knows how to make the worst issue in the world into an issue that is the greatest idea anyone could ever think of. In that note, he has the works of the greatest vice president ever. Anthony Clifford Bell is always willing to negotiate. For example, if you are having a disagreement, he will find a way to fit both arguments in the solution. We have disagreements, but we always find ways to make it better. This man can plan to fit 100 people's ideas into one plan if he has to, and that you can count on him to find a way. On that note, my fellow Americans, Anthony Clifford Bell will be a great vice president for the United States. In closing, he will not crack under pressure. He is intelligent and is willing to negotiate. So who will I pick for my vice president? Anthony Clifford Bell, my dad. The crowd cheers, and the next vice president, Anthony Clifford Bell, walks out and gives me a hug and a kiss, thinking that's my baby girl.
That's my baby girl.
That was great. That was great. So tell us a little bit about yourself. What are some of the hobbies and what are some of your interests in school?
I really like cheerleading and I love baking. Everything. And I'm captain of our cheerleading squad.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And I just love having fun.
Very good. Well, that was very well said, very articulate, very well written. And Mr. Bell, thank you so much for your dedication. And I know that you're active at Diego Elementary, and thank you so much for your support to our school system. And again, congratulations, Madam President and Mr. Vice President.
Yeah, thank you. We appreciate you.
Thank you for being on the program. Please stay with us. We will be back after a brief message to talk about our exciting program with Green Initiatives, Green Exchange, and Leeds Council. Thank you so much.
Looking to make a smart move? Move to a Chicago home with a City of Chicago Tax Smart Mortgage. Tax Smart lets you buy the home of your dreams and save money on your federal income taxes too. With Tax Smart, you'll not only get the standard deduction, but an actual tax credit as well, reducing your tax bill by as much as $2,000 each year for the life of your mortgage. Sound like a great deal? It is. To find out more, call the City of Chicago and ask for Tax Smart, or visit cityofchicago.org.
Thank you for staying tuned to the First Ward Chronicles. As I indicated earlier before we broke for those brief messages, we are going to be talking about green economy, and in particular focusing on one particular project in the First Ward that really has become a model for what it means to have a green economy, and that is the Green Exchange. We're also joined here this evening by someone who is a member of Leeds Council, which is a local non-for-profit that is a leader in the development of green-collar jobs. Representing the Green Exchange is Phil Baugh, Director of Community Development. Welcome onto the program, Phil.
Thank you, Alderman.
And we also have Mike Holzer, Lead Council, Project Manager, and someone who has been a leader in this area.